And now for something completely different.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whatever the case may be. Welcome to Blacklist Universe. Bullpen style. Doug, I thought you weren't working. Doug can't hear me.
Hello?
What's up? You look like you just got out of bed.
I practically, I spent most of the day in bed. Look at my hair. I look like Gumby. Hold on, I gotta check on some Angie has some brownies in the oven. Hold on.
Brownies in the oven. That sounds delicious. So I'm going back to an old school sort of a thing where I just created a great big list in the Twitter groups, and I just threw the link in there. I don't know who's around. I don't know who's interested. It's something I haven't done for a long time, so I honestly don't know if anybody's going to be interested to come in here or not. Doug obviously jumped right in. I am happy to see my model for Bigfoot Bill sitting before me while I'm drawing Bigfoot Bill. He didn't hear me.
What? I worked on my fire pit today, so I got a hat.
No, I said I was glad to have my model for Bigfoot Bill right in front of me while I'm drawing Bigfoot Bill. So
look at that.
Yeah, so I printed out what I consider breakdowns, right?
Yeah.
Blue line, and now I'm going in and I'm doing all the pencil rendering, and then I will do the inking after that. So that's how I process.
It looks great.
Thank you.
I thought that was Matt Weldon's sketch.
No, Matt's is completely different. He's got them just standing here, and then other stuff. Mine is much more dynamic and interesting than Matt Weldon's.
So yours is the one that I was talking about, 3 fingers and a thumb.
Yeah.
So well, then you're starting to look like Matt Weldon's work. That's a good thing. Hey, wait a minute.
I'm trying to get more loose in my layouts when I do my layouts, so they can be more fun and dynamic.
Yeah.
So
Matt is one of the best artists I've ever seen. The stuff that he's doing is, I mean, he's always amazed me, but that is just stupid crazy, the stuff that he's doing.
It is amazing. I could show people.
I don't know how you do that.
I could show for those who haven't seen it yet. Hold on, let me grab Facebook. And then we can just stare in amazement for a moment. And then yell at Matt for never answering anything regarding anything. He's not a good communicator.
No. You can tell he's all these quiet guys.
So, we have 5 pages penciled and inked from Matt so far. Plus,
look at that.
Okay, here's what you were talking about.
Yeah.
That's the Weldon cover.
Yep.
And that Weldon cover is the reason I abandoned my previous cover for this one.
Yeah. You said, I better try again.
Yeah. Competition, man. Competition makes everyone better.
No, that looks great.
Yeah, and he really did. He got that cartoony face. Oh, look, another wild Doug has appeared. Douglas Ernst.
Hello.
2 Dougs and a mic.
Yeah. I just got home. I was running errands and I saw a link and I was like, let's check this out. This is Mike, and then I saw that Doug was here, so figured I'd drop by and say hello.
My people. Hi, Doug.
Yeah, it's been a while, brother.
Yeah, man.
I haven't been doing these bullpen throw out the link to a bunch of people streams for a long time because I just been nose down to the grindstone.
I haven't done it in weeks and I need to get started, man.
Yeah. 2 Dougs for the price of listening to Mike. Thank you, Fly Fox. Always complimentary. Anyways, Doug Ernst is very used to working with the non-communicative Matthew Weldon. How's your book going with him?
Everything's going well. Brett R. Smith is just about done with the color work. Should be done by the end of the month, and then I got to get it off to API and hopefully have a Iconic Comics exclusive for Christmas delivery. So everything's going well, and working with Matt was great. But yeah, like you said, he's a busy guy, and he's got a bunch of kids running around, and so yeah, getting a hold of him sometimes is tough, but he always turns into work, and it's always awesome.
Absolutely. Yeah, so we're looking through. Do you have anything you want to show from its Soul Finder? Oh wait, what? And we've got a Gary Shipman. Look, this is working out perfectly.
Look at Gary Shipman's office. I feel like I'm at his desk now. Like I went to the principal's office.
Yes, I've been meaning to talk to you, Doug.
This is the principal's office.
We have some things to talk about.
This is me shaking in my boots before you.
Your behavior has been subpar.
Pretty much what every visit was like.
Gary, have you ever streamed with Doug Ernst before? Have you met Doug?
I think maybe a year or two ago. Maybe, I don't know.
Gary, Doug, Gary.
Hey,
yeah,
Doug.
no, I don't do too many streams, but every once in a while, if the stars align, I'm happy to jump on for a little bit.
This is the first ever in the world combination ever.
Wow, I
That's
feel
right.
I feel honored just to be here.
No one's ever done this before.
So we were all marveling at Matthew Weldon's awesome art, and this is for Lone Star, Nexus, and Bigfoot Bill, or as Doug prefers to call it, Bigfoot Bill, Nexus, and Lone Star, Monster Hunt.
Monster Hunt
2. Let's get Kraken. Kraken is the title character, but yeah, it features all these great characters. Matt has turned in 5 gorgeous pages so far, and it's just very exciting. Written by Mike Barron, who I expect to show up here at any moment.
Cover by Elliot Fernandez.
The cover by Elliot.
Alt cover.
Yeah, I don't have it on this stream thing, but I will bring that up. And the other cover by me. So wait a second. And Kelsey Shannon. Kelsey is doing a cover too.
Coolio.
I don't have anything.
Who was the first to color Bigfoot Bill? So there.
Kelsey Shannon.
Look at the highlights that Matt did on that Nexus down at the bottom. I don't get how he just kind of goes all zen, but it works.
Yeah.
When I go zen, it doesn't work. He goes zen all around the neck muscles, highlights in the shoulders. It works.
Yeah. There is no zen for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he just does outlines and then drops in that ballpoint pen and just starts going. And I'm like,
well, but I saw on the roughs, he did have those general things going on. His roughs really reflected this. And I don't know if he was looking at them to do the final, or if he just redoes the same formula in his head the same time. But
I think he light boxes it.
okay.
So this is what you can expect. Mike Barron, again, if maybe I should send him the link on Facebook, because I don't know how much he pays attention to Twitter. But yeah, Doug, what do you think? You're not giving us a lot of input on the thing, other than to just be like, yeah, every time we show you something.
Yeah, I just like it. I don't tend to tell people. To me, I don't want to get into the way of a small project where we just all want to have some fun. So to me, if I see something off, I'll bring it up. But for the most part, because Michael Byrne and I, we talked before while he was, in kind of the story stage on the script. And I said, this is around the timeline of where it could happen. And outside of that, go crazy.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's kind of like, what if Charles Schultz said, I want the Hulk to show up in an episode? And then if Stan Lee was going, look, you really have to get this, the gamma ray stuff right. And when he tears Snoopy's head off, it's like, he'd go like, that's not really what I'm doing. So instead, I'd like to ask you guys more, what do you guys need Bill to do? And then I'll just tell you where I think if the character is getting so far off that it's collapsing who he is. And I haven't seen anything. And I'm pretty broad on my characters anyways. I feel like anyone can do almost anything with anybody.
Yeah, I kind of give him a little more leeway than what canon would.
Yeah, I don't want to punish someone for using my character. I just want to make sure that it looks
Yeah.
feels about right. And then
Yeah, that, and I just didn't want to squash Mike's voice because he's got such
Right.
a unique voice in
Right.
comics, in scripting. So,
right.
And even from a reader's perspective, they're always going to cut somebody else slack when they're taking on another guy's character and give him some creative leeway. Like, it would be unfair to be like, well, you're not doing it like Doug would do it.
Right.
You know, it's like, of course, you're not Doug, so it's going to be a little different.
If Don Martin, who does the Flap comics and stuff in Mad Magazine, got the rights to do Spawn, I just wouldn't expect it to be all Spawn, you know.
Yeah,
we're in
Spawn,
hell,
Spawny.
you know, all gritty. He'd go like, "Hey, Don Martin, what do you want to do with this? Have fun."
Exactly. Gary, what are you doing, man?
I'm putting together my Titan 2 Indiegogo right now.
Ah, right on. Hey, Doug, can you show any of the work from your book?
Yeah, there's a couple pages I got up here. So
cool. Yeah, share your screen, and I'll drop that up there, and we can get these Matt Weldon fans to pick your book up because it's a Matt Weldon book.
How is Matt getting such blacks on that? That's not digital, is it? That's
no. That's G2 Pilot G2 ballpoint pen.
I know, but do you scan it and does he threshold it?
Yeah. Although I just taught him a new trick where you can actually just get rid of all the blues because he didn't realize that it was as easy as selecting black and white on Photoshop and just Of course, I didn't know that for years either. So, but
all right, I might have to leave and then come back. Google Chrome's being weird, but so I'm gonna try this, and if I drop out, I'll be right back.
All right. I feel as though my comic book is canon to the Lone Star series. Yeah, I'm trying to keep everything canon. What the thing is, I'm kind of I'm letting my rules be a little stretchy. I'm not letting him break any rules, but I'm letting my rules be a little stretchy for for how Mike is writing my characters. So take it as a perspective thing, you know. This is the gospel according to Mike Barron. As far as the Lone Star universe is concerned. All right. Let's check out some Doug Ernst goodness.
Look at that ship.
I bet you he didn't even reference it.
Yeah, he just pulled it out of his head.
Right out of his head.
Yeah, the story behind that was actually in the script. It was originally a British passenger ship from the 1800s, and Matt just came back with this like Spanish galleon, and I was like, "Wow, okay, well, that's awesome." And then it actually worked out well because I was thinking about the name of the ship and the history, and it actually ended up working out better. So I was like, "Yeah, there's no way I would ever tell Matt like, hey man, that Spanish galleon's cool, but it needs to be a British passenger ship." So
can you redraw that?
yeah, but it worked out really well, and a lot of underwater stuff in called Soulfinder Black Tide coming out. So he just blew me away with his stuff. It's just, he'll be like, okay, got it, and then boom, all of a sudden he'll just upload a bunch of images in the Dropbox, and there it is.
It's nuts. Hey, do you have a sign up page for that?
There's not an email list right now. If people have been randomly sending me emails to Douglas Ernst at douglasernst.blog and asking if they could get emails, and I'm like, yeah, of course, as long as you email me here. So I have been basically putting together a list. Anyone who emails me that wants it, they got it. So there's that, but there hasn't been a email list through Indiegogo put out yet.
Oh, that's a really easy way to collect emails, man.
Yeah, I'll probably like maybe like a month out. So we're gonna do the Iconic exclusive and then launch in like early 2021. So maybe like in December, like a month out or so. I don't know, something along those lines.
Yeah, I don't know. Because you're allowed to have an email collecting thing for 6 months, and I don't know if it's better to just like, because if you write down your email for something 6 months in advance, you might kind of forget about it by the time it comes time to back it. Right. So maybe like a month or two before you start really pushing it and grabbing those emails.
Yeah, and for this next one, we're gonna have the books all printed prior to launching the campaign, so we could do a quick turnaround. So I'll just be able to be like, boom, here's the email list. The book is literally printed. We're just trying to recoup as much of the cost as possible. That would be really nice. And so we'll be ready to go.
Hope you guess right.
No, I'm sure you will, man. You're building. It seems to be the way it works. If you deliver a good product and you don't deliver it 2 years late, you're going to maintain, 80-something% of those backers, and then you're just adding to that from your next campaign. So,
yeah, I've been trying to keep my finger on the pulse of where like the backers were at the last time, and I have a pretty good connection with people on Twitter and people keeping up to date, sending me emails and that sort of thing. So I think we should be in pretty good shape, but obviously, I don't know. We'll see.
There's always that, hey, is there going to be another COVID thing to destroy all of our careers? Hey, Mike Barron, how you doing?
Good.
Good to see you here, man. We're doing a impromptu sort of a bullpen, and look at everybody that's here. It's great. This is a Black Tide. Is it Black Tide Rising?
It's just called. Well, actually, it's funny because Brett was doing another book that had Black Tide on it, and so that's from like a novel series or something that they've turned into like a graphic novel. So, but this is just Soulfinder Black Tide.
Soulfinder Black Tide. All right. Yeah, which is interesting because I did a book called Black Tide once upon a time too. It's a very popular name. But Soulfinder Black Tide, keep an eye out for when the email sign up sheet, or you could just message. They just email you, Doug, if they want to get on your email list.
Yeah, they can do that. Douglas Ernst at douglasernst.blog. So
Douglas Ernst, right on. Are you going to show us any more? Those pages are fantastic.
I was going to try and go through and see if there's another one or two that I could. I don't want to show too much, but let's see. I guess.
How long is it?
This book is also 56 pages with 8 pages of bonus material. And then we're also going to do a hardcover edition that's going to be, it's going to have the colored version and then Matt Weldon's black and white, the inks as well, because people seem to really like those. So I'm just going to put them together into one hardcover.
Heck yeah,
wow.
That works.
That's going to be huge.
100-something pages, buddy.
Yeah, it's 128 pages, that one will be.
Wow.
Sweet. API Print Production's going to do it?
Yep. So been talking with them, and they've been great the whole time. So they came up with some ideas. We were bouncing ideas back and forth on the cover, and they got some cool stuff that I don't think has been seen before. So at least not in the combination that we're doing it.
You actually save money doing that second the compiled hardback, right? Because they're already printing half the guts.
Right. That's what we were talking about. Like literally it could be like around $10,000 saved with the order that I'm doing, because it's just basically one huge print run.
Yeah.
I don't know all the details. Doug Tenaple here could speak on it more eloquently than I. All I know is that I'll be saving a lot of money.
That. I love that. Holy cow. You got wheels turning in my head now.
Yep. The cool thing is that I think people are starting to learn now, once you have a relationship with a printer, you can start to experiment and multiply. It'll give you ideas when you see what other people do. And suddenly it will launch a whole new thing, open up doors for you to try new things that you never thought you'd do before and no one else is doing. It's not that hard to recombo these things, can come up with a whole new thing instead of getting stuck in just, this is the way it's been done for 40 years. So I guess that's what we're all doing.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, printing, especially in the last 20 years, has come so far. It's crazy what it can do.
Yeah, and when I was talking to them, I was like, I've learned from watching Doug and watching Tim, but I feel like this like little brother that's just like, hey, what did you guys do? I'd like to do that too. And I was like, I want to do something that's different, but not just for the sake of being different. I want it to fit with the theme of the book. I want it to fit with what I'm trying to do, but I want to do something that's sort of like my own thing at the same time, as much as I like learning from everybody else. And they're like, no. And so we sat down and we had a call for like an hour and came up with some kind of cool stuff. So
Yeah, that actually reminds me when I was partnered with Brett Berner. He was a printer, but more along the lines of a print broker. But so he was like doing designing stuff and all this stuff, and he was always trying to think of new techniques or new things that we could take from the printing world and bring them into the comics we were doing. So I think we were the first comic company that did UV spot coating on comic books, if I remember correctly. But yeah, we were doing all kinds of stuff like that. So it's great that these API guys are fantastic. Doug, thank you for hooking all of us
Yeah,
up.
they're good guys.
And
they'll get better. I think the more of us come in this space and keep kind of conversing with them about, because we're really small print runs, right? The more they converse with us, and we find out from them what the normal page count is and what the normal time turnaround is and who's doing what at that facility. I think it'll help. It's going to help the quality go through the roof. It's only going to get better.
Absolutely, man. That stuff looks so good. Brett's
That looks
great job on
great.
coloring.
Hey, I got to jump.
All
I
right,
just got
Doug.
the vacuum on. All right, see you, kids.
see ya.
Hey, God bless you guys. Have a great day.
Cool. Do I just click stop share screen to get back to your stuff, Mike? Or
I could just pop it up. I'll just add this.
okay, cool.
There we go. Mike Barron.
Hi, Mike.
How you doing, man? Sorry
Good.
you're. And Mecca's here. Device not connected. Mike, what you got going on, man?
Well, this thing, and the Florida Man thing, and the Nexus series with Richard Meyer. I got to point out that we got this forest fire raging. It's been raging for 2 months. It's just the worst thing ever. It's the biggest forest fire in Colorado history, and the sun is blotted out right now, and you can't go outside because you just start choking.
Wow. Dang. Sorry.
I say that to brighten guys up. A little levity.
A little levity.
It's been like that for 2 years in California.
Yeah. Well, you know what
I
it's
don't
like
even
in
hear anything
California.
on the news anymore about that. I don't even know if the riots are going. I don't know what's going on. Somebody update me. What else is going on? I don't have my bow and arrow, Mike, so I don't think I can knock that off your head just right now.
Wow.
You have how many projects do you have up and running or in the works right now, Mike?
4. Florida Man, graphic novel, art by Todd Mulrooney. The Nexus series that Kelsey Shannon is illustrating for Richard. Nexus Lone Star Bigfoot Bill, which Matt Weldon is illustrating. In fact, you're looking at Matt's art right now. And Offworlder, which Jordi Armengol illustrated. This is our third time to bat for Offworlder. It's a hard sell. I don't know why, because the book is outstanding in every way. The art is just mind-blowing. It reminds me of Steranko. People who are not familiar with Jordi Armengol's art should take a look.
Yeah, I honestly don't know why that book doesn't take off either, man. It's mind-boggling.
This is Mike. This is your double-page spread, right?
Yeah. I'm actually penciling it right now. So this is
I love it.
I do these layouts so it's like all the basic structure and everything, and then I print it out in blue line and I go in with my pencil and I add all my rendering before I go ahead and ink it. So yeah. I did this last night on stream. A lot of fun. I just doing versus when Weldon did this. Wait, where's his? Where the heck is
That's
Matt?
Dude.
Where's Matt's
That's
cover?
Matt. That's Matt.
I know,
But that's ink now.
When he turned in the cover, I was just like, all right, I can't do my cover because my cover sucks compared to this.
There it is.
Yeah. And so I'm like, I have to do something better. Competition, right? Competition makes everybody better.
Well, your layout is significantly different, and the focal point is the Kraken's tongue.
No.
Well, that's the thing that's missing on Matt's is there's no Kraken's tongue, right?
Right. That's right.
Yeah. So focus on that big wagging tongue there. Thanks for pointing that out, Mike.
It's hard to miss.
I don't know. What do you think? Should I tuck that in or?
No, no. I love it. No. That's
All right.
destined to be a classic.
Yeah. So, guys, I'm just doing one mailing list for Lone Star 3 and for Monster Hunt 2, even though they are going to be two separate campaigns. So if you want to sign up for either of those, both of those, then go to lonestarcomic.com and go ahead and sign up. And there you can see the Kim Jung-gi cover. Did you guys hear about that?
No,
You know who Kim Jung-gi is?
no.
Kim Jung-gi. Here, I'll show you who Kim Jung-gi is.
He's in charge of North Korea, right?
No.
Nope.
Doug Ernst, do you know who Kim Jung-gi is?
I not off the top of my head. No, I don't believe so.
It's this guy.
Oh.
Yeah, just epic, legendary. I don't know what's wrong with his brain that he can do this, but
Is she drawing that straight out of his head?
yeah.
Holy shit.
Language.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I'm unreconstructed.
Tentacles and giant flopping tongues. It's nice to see Mike getting in touch with his cultural roots. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, so Kim's done a cover for Lone Star 2. Very excited. I got a couple other covers coming in. It's supposed to be this week, but it's Saturday, so artists.
Very cool.
Yeah. Yeah, you want to see it? Oh. Hold on. Where is it? It's on... I should just show you part of it. We go to LoneStarComic.com. This is part of it right here. So Kelsey Shannon is doing the coloring, and that looks just phenomenal.
What, did he just draw that out of his head? Didn't he do a layout first?
He did. He actually did a layout first because, like a professional, he wanted to turn in and see if I was okay with what he had in his head. So he did a real quick layout. I'm trying to find Kelsey's color of this. He's not done coloring it, but gosh darn, it looks so good.
Is he in Korea?
Kelsey? No, he's in.
No, Kim Jung-gi.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
South
here's
Korea.
his. Hold on. Open image in a new tab.
Wish I could
Here's
like
the
and share.
layout that he delivered to me, and I'm like, heck yeah, dude. And then he just worked off that layout.
Wow.
Then there's and then here is the open image in a new tab. Here's the rendering he did from the layout. And then where did Kelsey put the coloring? Sorry. This is... Oh! Dang it. There's Elliot's. Meanwhile, I'm looking for that. You can check out... This is Elliot's cover for Monster Hunt 2. We're doing the Secret Wars 2 cover thing. Homage.
Are you sure it's Monster Hunt 2?
Hmm?
Are you sure that's Monster Hunt 2?
Yeah. What do you mean?
Well, it's Nexus right in the middle.
Right.
Oh!
Nexus, Bigfoot Bill, Lone Star.
Yeah, it is. I guess it's Monster Hunt 2.
Yeah. And then here's Kelsey's initial color work.
Wow.
So rad. I'm so stoked for this book. For both of these books. Well,
Yeah.
it's going to be an exciting time. Zach says, I love Elliot's style. So good. What are the chances these elaborate murals laid out beforehand just makes it seem spontaneous? No, those are just clean, giant white sheets of paper or board or something like that. So, anywho, Gary.
Yes.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I'm thinking about launching Titan 2 on Indiegogo maybe tonight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm just working on putting the campaign together right now. That's why I'm so quiet. Sorry. Not that I'm not quiet normally. But yeah, I'm just focused on this. Titan number 1, I sent in the request for it to go out of in demand. I opted out. And so I guess it takes a little bit of time for that to happen. So it is still in demand right now, but the request has been made, and at any moment it'll shut down.
Well, you can still launch even though that one's live.
Yeah, excuse me. I thought that I could because I'm assuming you could do multiple campaigns at once.
Yeah,
Um,
I've had multiple campaigns.
but I kind of wanted it to end before I did. But I still have to put this campaign together. I'm doing pretty good. I got like maybe 4 or 5 perks so far. And after you and I talked yesterday, I think I'm going to do like an early bird special that I'll send out to my email. So people who sign up for Titan 2, I'll give them like a link right away.
So you have your pre-launch page already up?
Yeah, it's been up for a while.
Okay, cool.
You want me to give a link?
Yeah, sure. Drop it in the chat.
All right.
Is that really Doug Ernst?
It is.
Well, how do we know? It's just a picture.
He does a very good impersonation. How is the sequel coming along? James Hayes wants to know.
Yeah, as I was saying earlier when we were showing some of the Matt Weldon's artwork and Brett's color work, everything's on track. I talked to Brett yesterday, and he should be done with the color work by the end of the month, and then it's off to API very soon after that.
Man, stoked. How long was it between the first one and the second one?
So it's basically on the same timeline. As long as we could get the exclusive, the iconic exclusive, starting to mail to people in around Thanksgiving and in December, it's basically 1 year. Exactly. The only difference is we didn't have a full campaign. I wanted to at least get the book into hand. So the exclusive, it's going to have a Timothy Lim variant, and there'll be 300 that are offered. So I was like, okay, as long as I get the book out this year to some people, I could say that I got the book out, and then I could take a little bit of time and make sure that I launch 2 campaigns correctly. And then if hopefully people will actually like the book that get it, and that will add to the momentum going into the new year.
Right. What is the iconic thing?
The Iconic Comics website is just iconiccomics.com, and they've got like Tim's work on there. They've got Matt Weldon's work on there, Bill Williams, as well. So yeah, they'll be doing our distribution on Black Tide, and so far I've watched him fulfill Tim's books, and everything's come on time and in a timely manner. So I'm very happy that they'll be doing distribution on Black Tide.
Oh, cool. Right on. Darn it, I had a question in my head. Does anyone in the chat have any questions for our good guests here? I think we know it's Ernst. I think that's really Elliot. No, it's not Elliot. No, it's an alien cyborg clone of Doug Ernst, but that's supposed to be a secret.
Deep fake.
We must now destroy him.
It's just a bunch of clips they strung together like a soundboard.
Mecca, what's going on with you?
Oh, nothing.
All right, thanks. James asks, does Mike Barron like Mike Miller's take on Gormondo cover from last night?
Yeah.
You can see what I'm doing right now.
I like everything Mike does.
Aww. Make me blush.
I think it's good.
Oh, thanks. Any other opinions? Just kidding. Fuzzy Creature asked, Doug, how much research do you do into historical stuff for your work?
Yeah, that's a good question. For Demon's Match, I read quite a few books, actually, on exorcisms, exorcists, that sort of stuff. And I'm always reading or trying to find really good books on the Catholic faith, those sorts of things. Obviously, I'm practicing Catholic, but so all of that informed Demon's Match quite a bit. And again, I didn't have as much time for Black Tide, so I think I read maybe 2 or 3 books to sort of buttress what I was trying to do. And then for the next one that I'll be writing for 2021, the 3rd installment, right now I'm reading a lot of St. John of the Cross. And then there's an origin story with Father Crane. He's like the mentor that will take place during Vietnam. And so that one actually will require quite a bit of research.
So it's kind of weird thing. It seems like, at least in pop culture, almost exclusively the Exorcist type stuff deals with the Catholic Church. Did you find any source material that deviated from that norm?
Any Protestant?
Yeah, people they
Exorcism?
sometimes ask me that. Actually, somebody there was an author who just mailed me a book recently that was on exorcisms. That, let me see where it is. It's called Playing with Fire: A Modern Investigation into Demons, Exorcism, and Ghosts by Billy Hallowell. So he shot this to me. I have not had a chance to read it, but he is not Catholic. So we'll see. I'm reading The Ascent of Mount Carmel right now, again by St. John of the Cross. But yeah, I mean, a lot of the stuff is by Catholic priests. And
Yeah, it's interesting, huh?
yeah, I'm sure you could find other stuff out there, but I have to prioritize. So I have my normal job, and because I want to stay faithful to the characters, I'm like, okay, I don't have time to start delving into some Protestant exorcisms or whatnot. But people were like, well, would you ever have Protestant soul finders? And I'm like, well, they wouldn't be soul finders, but maybe there could be the Protestant equivalent of soul finders. I don't know.
So it's like what do you call it? Like a branch or an order of the Catholic Church?
Yeah, I don't know what they would be. I was just like, yeah, I'm not opposed to something like that. But again, it's one of those priorities. I'm like, I have to concentrate on building up these characters and this particular world of the Soul Finders before I start getting into what other denominations do.
Yeah, I was just curious because, like I said, it's almost ubiquitous, right? For in media that it always deals with the Catholic Church. I wonder if it's like they keep records or.
Oh yeah, everything is recorded. I mean, it's not talked about, but it's highly detailed. And even to have an exorcism performed, you have to go through the psychologists and the doctors and. Basically the doctors have to be like, I have no idea. There's a certain criteria that has to be met before it'll actually take place most of the times. And so, but I think the history, the church has, basically a couple thousand years of history behind it. So for creative endeavors, you could mine all of that sort of stuff. There's all sorts of things that you could play around with if you want to. So that's how you end up with a Hellboy or whatnot. You could go in whatever direction you want.
All right. Very interesting stuff.
Yes.
Yes. You doing all right there, Baron?
Yeah. I just tracked down a Jewish exorcism movie for you.
No kidding.
Yeah. It's on your Facebook feed, The Possession.
Jewish exorcism. Awesome.
That's right.
Based on a true story. When did this come out?
2012.
Is that the one with Olivia Munn and Eric Bana?
No, it's got Kyra Sedgwick and Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan. He's the guy from Supernatural, right?
He's from The Walking Dead. And The Good Wife. It got great reviews. I'm going to have to track it down.
What? Oop, Gary noped out for a second there. Does Ghostbusters count as an exorcism film? If so, it is a secular one. Doug?
Well, so that's the thing with Soul Finder. I was actually kind of tired. You have these books where exorcisms are taking place, but a lot of times the quote unquote exorcist is not even a religious person. It's just somebody who's into the occult.
Right.
So it's like you're actually making the problem worse if we were going with, real life sort of exorcisms and those sorts of things. But I could enjoy different movies where the exorcist happens to be a secular person or of a different denomination or whatever. But it's just funny to me where some people, they're basically led to believe that dabbling, you could essentially have a quote unquote white witch or those sorts of things. Like, no, it's actually all evil. You might be led to believe one thing, but that's not in reality. You're still basically, it's a lie. You're using demons to essentially, you're being played, basically.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on the Witch of Endor and Samuel?
Endor?
Yeah, in the Bible.
I think that Samuel actually appeared. That's what I think. But I don't think that the witch conjured him.
So for those who don't know, when King Saul was kind of losing his kingdom, and he had already what do you call it? Made witchcraft a capital offense or whatever. He wanted to go, and he actually went to the Witch of Endor to recall Saul from the grave because God wouldn't talk to him anymore. And so he wanted to talk to Saul because Saul could talk to God. And so when he had the witch conjure up Saul, the witch realized it was that was Saul, or when he conjured up Saul. No, not Saul. Why am I getting? Gary, tell the story.
Mike, I'll be right back.
All right.
Samuel was a prophet
Samuel.
in the Old Testament, and Saul had lost his right standing with God, and God wasn't answering him in prayers or whatever he would do. And so he had made the witches and things like that, soothsayers and stuff like that. It was like a crime punishable by death. And but since he had lost connection with God, he thought, well, I'll go to a witch. And he went to the Witch of Endor, and he disguised himself and said, bring up for me who I tell you to bring up. And she said, well, you know that the King Saul has made it illegal, and I'm taking my life in my hands if I do this. And he said, don't worry, you'll be okay, whatever. But she didn't know it was King Saul. And then she said, who do you want me to bring up? And he said, Samuel. And as soon as he said it, Samuel appeared. And she screamed and cried out. And then he said, who did you see? And then she said, I saw it. She described him. And he said, that's him. And then she basically started talking. I don't know if she talked for him or if he appeared in front of Samuel and started talking to him. And he basically said, why'd you do this? Why'd you raise me up? And he said that the Lord isn't speaking to me anymore. And he said, well, if the Lord's not speaking to you, why should I? And then he said, I need to know I'm going into battle. I need to know what's going to happen. And he said, this day, you and your sons will be with me, or your son, Jonathan, will be with me. And that's why I think that it actually is.
Yeah, because it's prophetic.
Samuel, because he actually said the truth. So I think it actually was Samuel.
Yeah.
Was risen, but I don't think the witch conjured him. I think God actually was listening, and he preemptively went in and did the whole deal.
Yeah. I'm down with that.
I think that's a fair assessment.
Baron, you ever dig into that story?
No. I whatever I'm working on, if I have to do research, that's where my research goes. So I just sit here and I use search engine, and I'm so all writers know this. Now that we have the internet, it's so easy. You can find out stuff that's unbelievable that would have been impossible to learn 100 years ago. I mean, I can zoom in on a scene in Iraq or Iran, live time camera. Chuck wrote a book, one of his novels, Cade, Levon Cade, one of his Levon Cade novels, Levon's War. And he describes going through this wall, which is kind of a dividing wall between the Taliban and the liberation forces. And it's so detailed. And I said, Doug, how did you do that? And he says, well, I found a description, and then I was able to track down a visual of the wall. And so, I looked at it, and I do that too. I mean, if I'm going to describe a scene in a hotel, I'll search for the hotel and then search for pictures. And there's a wealth of pictures of everything. You can find almost anything you want on the internet. Yeah. It's not that great for going in depth, although there's a lot of in-depth articles you can go to and read.
Yeah, man, what a world of difference. People who are younger than like 30, they have no understanding. We used to have to collect like
books,
images out of magazines, and it's like you'd have
the struggle was real.
Yeah, man. Just buy every reference. You go to Barnes and Noble, and it's like, oh, they have a new reference books on guns or whatever, and you're just buying gun magazines and medieval armor books, and I still have a bunch of crap, but I don't even use them because now it's just like right there. Google, got it.
Yeah, and you better make your gun accurate, or you're going to hear about it.
That's right. That's right. So, Mike, if you had to push one particular project today, what would it be?
It's Florida Man, because we're getting near the end of the year here, and the book is fantastic. If people haven't seen the art, go to Indiegogo, look at the Florida Man graphic novel. Todd Mulrooney's knocking it out of the park. I'm sure everybody has seen the cover.
Oops, cancel. Hold on. Let me blow you up there. Florida Man.
Yeah, my publisher loved it so much, he bought it for the cover of my novel. In fact, he loved it so much, he used it on the second novel, too.
Well, hey, you're up to 33,000 with 640 backers. It's not bad, man.
No, it's not bad. It's not bad, but we all want to retire after this and never have to work again. No, I'm just kidding. Because writers never retire. And I don't think artists do either. Artists and writers never retire.
I never plan on retiring, and I have no interest in laying around and doing nothing. That sounds like hell to me. I mean, for a little while you could do it. Give me a few days off, whatever. But oh my gosh,
blow up that postcard if you can. See the postcard with the alligator pulling off Crystal's pants?
Oh, yeah, you can't blow it up.
If you go down, you'll find a bigger image of it. We're so proud of that image. It's on the towel, and it's on the lunchbox. And in fact, you can stuff the towel in the lunchbox. I guess that's as big as it gets. There it is. I'm going to post that on my Facebook page.
Very nice.
It's very tasteful.
I agree, Mike. Mike J. Hamilton says, I don't know what he's talking about. Oh, retirement. Yeah. I just like having it on the screen that he agrees with me. Or maybe he's agreeing with you. I don't know. Retirement is for quitters.
Fracking?
Are we talking about fracking all of a sudden? What is going on in the chat? Yeah, no interest in whatever. But yeah, I guess all that stuff with the election. That's why I haven't heard anything about anything else in like a week or two.
Well, we should make this an election-free zone.
Yeah. We're talking Florida Man. Florida Man.
Doing whatever Florida Man can.
You're looking to get to the $40,000 stretch goal, which is exclusive stickers.
Stickers. Everybody loves stickers.
Yep. I got my stack of Lone Star stickers. Which, by the way, Sticker Mule, you should sign up for Sticker Mule even if you don't buy anything right away. Because they send you these deals, like 50 stickers for $19, and these are what do you call it? Vinyl stickers. So they're really good, high quality vinyl stickers for $50. I mean, for $19, 50 stickers for $19. And so just randomly you'll get these things, and I'm like, I'm just gonna buy. When I get these great deals, I just buy them, and then I'm gonna use them for giveaways or whatever. It just trips me out how much Todd's drawing looks like James Hudnall.
Jeez, I wonder if that's no. I mean, that's just the way Todd looks. That's a very good representation of what he looks like.
It's weird though, isn't it? Because every time
it is a little weird.
James. Let's see, what are you doing here? Sending me something. Hold on. Close out. Why isn't this closing? Oh, you're sending me a bigger image of it. Oh no, that's about the same size. All right. Cool. All right, guys. So yeah, if you haven't checked out Florida Man, Mike, why don't you give us your grab him by the throat?
All right. Gary Duba's having a bad day. There's a snake in his toilet, a rabid raccoon in the yard, and his girl Crystal's in jail for getting naked at a Waffle Hut and licking the manager. So Gary sets off with his best friend Floyd to sell his prized Barry Bonds rookie card to raise the $500 needed for bail. But things get out of hand, as they so often do in Florida.
And you got motivated to do this because you got.
I always say I don't choose my stories. I don't choose my stories. My stories choose me. Every time I went online, there was another Florida Man story. And you get to wondering, I mean, Florida Man, of course, there are thousands of different people that have generated these stories. And if you want to know what they are, just go to floridaman.com, which is an aggregate site that gathers all the Florida Man stories together. And a lot of them are salacious and unpleasant, but a lot of them are just funny. But real headlines are: Florida man claims syringe found in rectum is not his. Florida man leads police on 3.5-hour chase through Walmart attic. And there's a lot of bestiality involved. I don't want to go into that, but Gary does have a lot of trouble with invasive species such as the Burmese python, monitor lizards, and the giant Mekong catfish, which can weigh up to 750 pounds.
Ooh. And does this all happen in the book?
Well, a lot of it happens in Florida Man, the novel 1, and then a lot more happens in Hogzilla, which is the second Florida Man novel, which is Gary's version of Moby Dick. Only it's a 1,000-pound feral hog that keeps running in and destroying all the houses in this upscale housing development that Gary's living in. And the reason Gary's living there is because he wins the lottery halfway through the first novel, and they move into this mansion. It doesn't take him long to alienate all his neighbors. They want him out of there. He flies the Confederate flag out front. He's got a lawn jockey. He's got to go. But at the end of the first novel, he's back in his trailer in the swamp. And so the second novel begins with him in his trailer in the swamp. And then, because of his great success in capturing plastic surgeon to the stars and serial killer Dr. Vanderlei Mukherjee, he's asked once again to move into the upscale housing development from which he was kicked out. And that's when the troubles with the feral hog begin.
Wow. That's a lot. See, this kind of crazy, what's the word? Eclectic storytelling, maybe?
I don't know. I don't know.
It's the way the Monster Hunt 2 reads, right? I'm reading it, and it's just, it goes all over the universe, and
well,
it's Mike, your writing style is so far afield from mine. It makes me feel like mine is so boring.
Oh, please. You know what? That's a result of the clash of 3 different universes: Nexus, Lone Star, and Bigfoot Bill.
Yeah.
But I'm used to that, because if you go back through the history of Nexus, he did meet Sherlock Holmes, and we do have a lot of characters that were inspired by Dr. Seuss, thanks to my partner Steve Rude.
Yeah.
And we got that Clone Zone, the Hilariator guy, which is a lounge lizard, a stand-up alien reptile who does comedy. He thinks he's funny.
Oddly enough, not really a stand-up guy. That was irony.
Irony.
Bad
Wait,
pun,
Nexus and
sorry.
Lone Star are natural allies because they're both vigilantes in a sense.
Yeah. Vigilante. Well, Lone Star is a vigilante, but actually, that's true. That's true. He also has a day job. Wait, no alligators. Alligator.
Oh, there are alligators all over the Florida Man book.
Yeah, not in Lone Star. We do have a what is that thing? A hell gecko or something?
Geckos?
Well, so,
Nothing.
Weldon added a. I don't know if you noticed it. Where is it? In the pages, he added this little gecko thing. Can you see it? It's like it's a hell lizard, and so this thing kind of follows him around throughout these scenes. Maybe you didn't see it.
No, well, I'll just look at that page and blow it up because I got it right here.
And then he shows up, a little silhouette of him here. And then he's right here after Lone Star steps on the Shimagog.
I see. So this gecko's actually a mole.
Yeah. And so I stuck him on the cover.
Great.
Because why not? Blacklist Universe, can you ask Gary to give us a preview of Titan 2 once Mike Barron finishes?
Are you going to ask?
Sure.
You're not asking, Mike.
Oh, Gary.
Sure, I can. Yes.
But will you?
And I will. I will. Are we ready now?
Yeah.
Let's do it, my friend. What do they want to see? You want to just see the campaign so far, or do you want to see pages? You want me to give a little...
Let's see some pages, Gary. Let's see some pages. What is this flashing thing you have in the corner of your...
hold on, let me get...
Your network is down. Your network is down.
The corner of what, where, when, and how?
Screen. You've got this flashing X through like a network connectivity thing.
Because I have another camera. It's wanting to use my other... Oh, wait, let me change it to this. Maybe that'll help.
And Gary dropped out. And this is why he has the no connectivity thing.
Oh, he's back.
Why are you trying to make things difficult, Mike?
Gary, generally the on-air thing is supposed to be for your door.
I know.
Because we know you're on air. You're here.
I'm rarely on air. Where's my pages?
Doge. What's your dog's name?
I don't have a dog.
Freddie? You mean Freddie?
Freddie.
Freddie?
Dog. Ooh, oh, sorry. Sorry, Gary. Let me blow you up there.
No problem.
Oh my gosh. Spoiler.
Nice.
This could very well be a spoiler. Actually, any page that I would show would be a spoiler. So this is basically the theme, the tone of Titan 2. He's gone from bad to worse. If you've read Titan 1, if you haven't, I highly recommend it. I hear it's quite good. But he goes from bad to worse, and this was the initial drawing that I did going into Titan Phase 2 or Part 2. And so this is what it's going to surround. And I don't know if I want to say much more about it. I can show you some pages, but like I said, every page, I'll shuffle them up so you won't know in what order they happen. How's that?
Sure. That'll keep
Why
us
not?
spoiled by the characters dying.
Yeah, but you don't know what that is. That could be like he ate some bad cheese the night before. It's just some sort of a hallucinogen. All right, so here's the next page. He's doing it in order.
Oh, what's that? Oh, is that a monitor? Upside down monitor. So what's that showing? Now you have to turn it upside down so we can see what's on the monitor.
Maybe if I tilt it this way.
What is that?
This way.
I see a hand and I see like a umbilical cord or something.
I see hips.
Yep. Mike got it. The smart Mike.
Hey.
How did you know it was you, man? So this is like the worst way to show these people.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's I've got like 12 pages in. It's been going really cool. I've been getting a lot of good ideas. Taking the characters in new, pretty cool directions. Some of the characters that seem like they were maybe minor in the first one have come to the forefront more, and we focus on them a bit more. It's going to be a fun ride, so I would encourage you, go check out Titan Mouse of Might. Let me give you the link again. You can have it.
Are you gonna have a big, awesome deluxe hardcover again?
Yeah, I'm gonna do the deluxe. Let me show you what I got. So this was Titan 1. This one's a damaged copy.
Check on JoJo. Here's something
This is Titan 1 deluxe edition, pretty thick, 160 pages. Forward by Doug TeNapel. So yeah, that's that hard, awesome, and I'm going to be doing this. Number 2 is going to be a deluxe edition like this as well. I mean, you'll have that option. You can get just a standard. The other standard one was like 80. I think it was 88 pages hardcover. I have it right here.
Nice. Yeah, it's funny. I heard from a fan the other day that he's not buying anything but hardcovers from now on. I'm like,
who was that?
Who was it?
You said someone said that? I couldn't hear you.
Yeah. A fan said they're only buying hard. So I guess you're in the game because I haven't done any hardcovers yet, which I guess makes him not my fan.
So yeah, that's it. So I'll be doing the regular hardcover. See, this one's not nearly as thick. It's like half the size.
Yeah. I have both of those.
You do?
Yep.
I think. I don't know. Sweet.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a drawing of them and sell them. No, just kidding.
Yeah, they're going like hotcakes. So
he's trying to stab a water bottle. Did you take away the knife?
No, the water bottle's ice and he's using a fork.
He's using a fork. All right. I have a special needs child who's stabbing water bottles in the kitchen. So.
It'd be like fun, actually.
Yeah. So right on. Baron, you want to delve into any of your thought processes in the writing of Monster Hunt 2? Mike, Baron, you're the only Baron here working on Monster Hunt 2. So.
Well, first thing I did was read yours and Doug's books.
Which one did you like better? No, don't answer that.
To get a feel for the character. And I wanted to make it a big event. And we'd already established that Nexus was time traveling, but we've done that before. We did that when he went back in time and hooked up with Sherlock Holmes. And we looked at the events that were going on these days. And in fact, it was your suggestion to have the jihadis holding that schoolroom hostage, which was better than my idea. But Nexus arrives on Earth through circuitous route when he first investigates a planet called Hades. And it was on Hades that he encountered the Kraken sigil, which allows you to travel through space and time. And he stepped on the sigil, which brought him to Earth. And when he was on Hades, they said that Kraken was the mayor, which was a lie. But it established that Kraken was the guy with the power to open these portals between universes, and somehow Galactus ends up back in our time.
Galactus?
Oh, what a Freudian slip. I meant Gormando. And the reason I said that was years ago, dude says, well, what's the ultimate Nexus story? I said Nexus versus Galactus, but we couldn't use Galactus. So I created my own called Gormando, which is Galactus with a pinky raised. Gormando, the eater of worlds, and he's coming.
That's this fella back here for people.
Yeah, you see a shadow of him when Nexus is on Hades, but then Nexus ends up on Earth, right in the middle of this brawl between Scout and the other unknown soldiers, led by Lone Stars. They're trying to save this busload full of kids from the jihadists, but as they're driving away in the bus, a rock, a giant bird, an ancient bird, which is one of the cryptids that escaped from the cryptid zoo established by Doug in his Bigfoot Bill books, picks the bus up and starts to fly out to sea with it. And
so
that's where Nexus
this basically takes place between Bigfoot Bill 1 and Bigfoot Bill 2?
I don't know, man. It takes place. I read them both beforehand, so it was, in my mind, it was after Bigfoot Bill 2, but it could be in between. And they end up on the beach, and when they're on the beach, that's when they see Gormando's, not his sigil, his, what do you call his silver? His herald, whom we call Gnosis, surfing off the California beach, because that's what he loves to do. And he comes from a place where there are no oceans and there is no surf, and he's always got this big board toting around, and he didn't know why until he arrived on Earth and saw these dudes surfing, and then he joined them and says, this is my purpose, this is what I was born to do. Now, we originally had made Gnosis look exactly like the Silver Surfer, and Marvel started screaming.
Really?
Yeah, so we changed the design, and you've seen the new design. He's considerably different, but he's still a dude with a board, and he loves to surf. So when Nexus sees him surfing at the beach, he realizes that Gormando is coming after Earth next, and that it's the only way he can get rid of Gormando is to slip in between dimensions, and that's where the Kraken comes in. They got to find the Kraken and hope that the Kraken can create a sigil big enough for Gormando to slip through, which becomes a real problem at the climax of the book when Gormando is actually bigger than the Earth itself.
All right. That's why they need a little help from Scout.
That's right.
Scout also opens interdimensional rifts for those who haven't read the first 2 Lone Star books. What are you doing if you haven't read those? Come on. The totally not Silver Surfer, says Rhaegar Targaryen. That is correct. That's his name.
We call him the Platinum Surfer.
The Platinum Surfer. Have you guys read This Is Not Batman?
No.
There was a book, I think it came out in the late 90s, and it was legitimately, someone drew a Batman story, but they called it This Is Not Batman.
Did they use the same design and costume?
From what I can remember, it was close enough that you're like, yeah, that's Batman. But it's called This Is Not Batman.
I always use other people's characters in the hopes that they will sue me because I could use the publicity.
Well, man, we should have made this Silver Surfer.
I told that to dude. I said, leave it. We can use the publicity.
Yeah. Yeah. Has the dude seen any of this stuff yet?
No, I should show it to him. I will. We talk frequently. I'll post it to him and have him take a look. But he's all in favor of it. There's this book that he's coming out, which is the Gormando saga,
right?
Which I wrote, but then he changed every word. And I said, well, dude, if you're going to do that, I might as well go do my own Nexus stories. And he says, go ahead, man.
And then suddenly you have 3 projects coming out.
Right.
Right. Yeah, I was saying it's like some sort of a Nexus resurgence this coming up year, right?
Yeah, well, this series I'm doing with Kelsey for Richard Meyer is among the best Nexus I've ever written. And Richard told me it was the best Nexus he'd ever read. And the only reason I'm doing it is because Richard invited me to do it because he's a big fan.
Mm. Yeah, and you and I have been wanting to work on something together.
That's right.
Oh,
That's right. And I'm really excited about this book. The art that you guys are doing blows me away. Matt's art, it's just a revelation. I wasn't really familiar with his art till you hooked me up and you sent me a couple of books, but this stuff he's doing here, it's way beyond.
Yeah, I'll tell you something, dude. You intimidate the crap out of Matt. He's like, did I say something wrong? Did I do something wrong? Like, dude, relax.
No cursing.
He's like every response you'd give him, he's like, he only wrote one word back, and he's
I'm very terse, but I'm affable though.
He's like, what does it mean? What does it mean? I'm like, Matt, relax. That's just Mike. Cool. Doug, you got anything else? Anything else cooking?
I threw a couple more of Matt's pages up on the screen if you want to check those out.
Yeah, please.
Sure.
So yeah, and I apologize. Some of Matt's concern may be because I'm pretty much a chatterbox. So if he's got DMs from me where I'm just talking his ear off just about like whatever, and then he gets someone who's a little bit more,
Reserved.
succinct, he might erroneously think you're upset with him. So I apologize for that.
Matt, I'm not upset with you. I'm delighted with Matt's work.
Yeah, he's just so chill and laid back, and it's just like, if you ever have suggestions, he's like, yeah, man, cool. You're just like, okay.
Oh, it's great. I love that third panel.
Yeah, he's. I learned a lot from Demon's Match to Black Tide in terms of writing a script for comics, but he did an awesome job of just taking what was in my mind and just, he's got a really great cinematic eye in terms of like, okay, boom, like that is exactly what I was looking for. So very happy with him. And like I said, Brett should be finishing by the end of the month, and hopefully this will be on Iconic Comics in time for people to order around Thanksgiving.
Doesn't it just boggle the mind that like he hasn't been working on X-Men for 6 years? Yeah,
well, it's like if the industry wants to be stupid and not pay attention to someone like him, it's like, okay, well, I will do whatever I can to keep him happy and wanting him to work with me for the long haul. But it's Marvel's loss, it's DC's loss, and oh well.
It's our gain.
Right.
And the rad thing is, dude, it's like he's so fast. He can do a book for you, a book for me, for him. It's all at the same time because he's just like squirting these pages out, and they come out looking like this. And it is a little maddening as an artist who actually spends 12, 14 hours on a page. Matt's just like here.
And he's so humble where he's just like, yeah, man, I hope this is okay. I don't know. Yeah. You're just like, one time I just want to mess with him and be just like, why are you slacking, Matt? Get your head in the ball game.
I'm sorry. I'll stop hanging out with my children. Who is doing the colors for Doug's book this go around? Doug, you already answered that, but go ahead.
Yeah, it's Brett R. Smith. He was on Demon's Match, and then he came back for Black Tide as well.
Yeah, these look great, man. You happy with the colors?
Yeah, no, I like working with Brett, and he's another one where, he'll read the script, and he's like, Hunt for Red October, they were using this lens here and that lens there, and I think that would be cool for the underwaters. So he's always thinking about movies and how they were directed and what the cinematographer was doing or whatever. And so I like talking with guys that are big into movies because it's like, yes, okay, cool. You understand what I was going for with the script. So it's really fun working with Brett as well.
Yeah, cinema is kind of the common language for a lot of creatives now. Matthew Fowler says, I love working with Matt. He's the best. Yeah, Matt did Matt did Seicho 66 and oh dang it, they're doing another one. You doing no. He does prospectors.
Prospectors, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely everybody go check that out as well. Thanks for popping in, Matt. More good stuff from Weldon. It's like the Weldon appreciation stream. Gary, what is Matt Weldon drawing for you?
He did in the Titan Volume 1. He did. I put it in the fan part because I asked people to submit their things as fans. Wherever he submitted one, and it was pretty cool. And it's in the back of Titan number 1. Let me show you.
I didn't know the cluster bombs would be so cool.
If I can find it. Oh, here it is.
No. Okay.
Oh yeah. Didn't he do that on Drawn and Quartered?
Yeah, I think he did. It's pretty nice.
A lot of cool stuff comes out of Drawn and Quartered.
Thanks, Matt.
Thanks, Matt.
Thanks, Matt.
Thanks, Matt.
I should go and see if Matt's listening.
He's like the
talking to Matt
Oprah
Fowler.
of comics. You got a comic, and you got a comic.
Yeah, and you get a Matt Weldon drawing, and you get a Matt Weldon drawing. This Nexus stuff is looking pretty epic. Yeah. Do you have any of the Kelsey stuff you can show?
Yeah, I can post it in on your Facebook.
Yeah, and I'll just blow it up.
All
here.
right, let me see what I got here. First, I got to go here. Then we got to go to the messages.
So much good stuff coming out.
Here we go. Well, first of all, we got this cover.
That's not it.
That's it. Wait. Oh, are you talking about? You said Matt's stuff, right?
No.
You said Kelsey stuff. Kelsey stuff. Yeah, I got a Kelsey page right here. It's on your. It's on that group Facebook page we have, guys.
Okay, hold on. Let me stop.
Where I found the StreamYard.
Ah. All right, here we go. Bing. Can I blow this up any? Ooh. Nice.
Very cool.
Kelsey, again, he's one of these prolific, amazing talents that he should be huge. I mean, he's huge, but that's not what I meant.
Huger.
Yeah.
I was talking to him the other night. You could hear trees hitting the roof of his house.
Yeah. Yeah, he was supposed to come on my stream, and then he's like, "Oh, the power just." He was outside filming to make a video, and like, what do you call those things? The transformer or something like blew up in front of him or some crap like that.
Did he get that on camera?
No, I don't think so. James Hayes says, yeah, I am interested in Nexus, but somehow I also want to know what the chances are for a Florida Man beer stein.
James, that's an excellent question. And we hope to turn this into a series. So there's a good chance that we would add that on the next volume.
I can't wait.
But now you can get that towel, man. You get that towel. The towel is everything.
So what is more likely, Florida Man Badger crossover or Florida Man Nexus crossover?
Oh, I don't think, Florida Man's in a world of himself, a world of reality.
Is this page 1?
Let me see.
Seems
I'd have to look at the screen, but it might be page 1. It might be page
did
1.
You send me more than one page? No,
I did. I sent you 2 pages.
Well, we already saw the The
This
Nexus.
page comes before the other page.
Oh, I thought the Nexus was a cover.
The Nexus is a cover. That's not a page, but in addition to cover, there are 2 pages on that Facebook thing.
Huh. Hold on. Maybe I have to refresh it. Oh, okay. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. That's cool. Man. That first guy just really, it's got this stealth freeze feel to it. And, granted, Kelsey came up in the Gaijin with the Gaijin guys, so that's sweet, man. Like I said, he should be huge. What do you guys think? It's like pulling teeth around here.
About what?
No, Doug and Gary.
No, it's looking.
What? I missed
It looks
it.
super sharp.
Sorry, I've been working.
Gary's hard at work. Yeah. Just Kelsey's.
What is this for?
That's for the Nexus book coming out.
It's the Nexus trilogy. It's a 3-issue miniseries coming from Richard Meyer. It's called Triplets, and it's about 3 siblings who have perfect telepathic contact. They can transmit to each other instantly from any place in the universe to any other place, which makes them very valuable to money speculators.
And is the first one coming out with this campaign, or is all?
Yes, it's coming out with the Impossible Stars.
And then when does the second one come out?
It's coming out with the Impossible Stars. It's an add-on benefit. The Impossible Stars is Chuck's baby, although Richard thought up the plot. It's about the Earth being quarantined by other races because they don't want our nonsense. But Richard said he wanted me to do something like The Mandalorian. I've never seen The Mandalorian, but I did have enough people describe it to me as having a spaghetti western feel that I knew what he wanted. So the first episode, the one that Kelsey is drawing right now, has a very western feel to it. And you'll see what I mean when they get to this planet to go after the first kidnapped child.
Hey guys, if there's wrenches in the chat, could you drop links for these things? That'd be great. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
For everything.
Let me send you that.
Well, they just have to Google it. I know I am going to buy that Nexus trilogy from Richard C. Meyer. So is the whole trilogy coming out in one campaign?
No. It's going to be coming out in pieces, but each book is 22 pages. I would have preferred 24, but that's what Richard asked for. Here's the link to the campaign now.
All right, I gotta stop screen sharing to do that. And I just grab that and post it here. All right. If anyone in the chat has any other questions for our guests or me or whatever, let me know. Wow, he's at 90,652. Not too shabby.
Who wants to see me break this plate with my head?
No. You're funny. Last time I went to Florida, everywhere I went served me up a beer in a stein rather than a mug or a bottle. Huh. Gary's
kind of a plastic glass kind of guy. Plastic cup kind of
Solo
guy.
cup.
Red Solo cup.
Red Solo cup. I'll drink you up. Let's have a party.
I'm a big Toby Keith fan.
We do that all the time in Greece. Yeah, what is the deal with always breaking dishes in Greece, Joe?
They're just clumsy.
It's become a celebration. It's become their excuse for being clumsy. Yeah. So anything else going on with you guys?
I'm going to release a Badger novel shortly.
Oh, yeah. Tell us.
It's crazy. And it goes way beyond anything the Badger's done in his comic book in terms of lifestyle changes and revelations and big changes in the way he lives. It begins with him telling Ham he quits because he's in there. Ham's got him in the barn shoveling shit all day long.
Mm.
And his wife comes in and says, "What are you doing? You're better than this. You've always wanted to open your own martial arts studio. Stop shoveling shit. Strike out on your own." So he marches in to see Ham and he says, "I quit." And that's how it starts. But there's a lot more to it. It's about a battle of the bands for the soul of the universe. And on our side is legendary blues guitarist Dalton Seabury. And on their side is the devil himself playing blues guitar. And it's all based on that Crossroads myth. You want to play guitar that bad, you go down to the Crossroads and cut a deal with the devil.
Mm. And when is that? Is it already written?
Oh, it's done. We're going to launch probably next month.
Oh, are you crowdfunding it?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
We did a Nexus novel earlier this year.
And how was the Nexus novel? I don't pay much attention to novels on. Actually, I don't pay much attention to crowdfunding outside of comics.
Yeah, I understand. We did very well.
Oh, good. Still have a stack of them on your coffee table?
Yeah, I keep telling people, help me get my dining room table back. Take these books off my hands.
I know my wife is. She's tired of having stacks of boxes in the kitchen. So.
Oh, I'm glad it's not just me.
No, man. And I've got MAGA 7 is coming in on Monday. I have an appointment for them.
You're going to have to send me that.
Yeah.
I'll trade with you.
That's more boxes. It's already taken up half the garage, and then I have to bring in enough of them to fulfill stuff. Guys,
I got to go.
All righty, Mike. Thanks for popping in.
Thanks for inviting me. See you all later.
Thanks.
Bye. Yeah, I was gonna say I gotta go too. I'm going out to dinner in a little bit with my wife here. So.
All right, Doug. I hope you got some people signing up for your email list through your email.
Yeah, man. It was great to catch up with you and great to talk about Weldon and all of his art. And so yeah, hopefully I'll talk to you in the somewhat near future again. And congrats on everything.
All right, bro. I'll be dropping those links. So.
Bye, Doug.
Cool. See ya. Nice talk to you guys.
Yeah.
All right.
Devil still employs Steve Vai. What does that even mean? Oh, let's see your page there. This is a preview. So are we? Talk us through your preview.
It's just me and you now. Oh,
just me and you and me. No matter how they cost of
Let's look at the preview. Let me get it up here.
Only one for me is you.
So here's what I'm working on right now. This is a preview to the Titan Mouse 2 campaign, which I'm hoping to launch tonight. If you want to sign up, there is a Titan 2. Maybe I should get the link. Oh, wait, can I share this link right here?
Oh, for Pete's sake, I forgot to solicit victims for the, students for the art show tonight.
Art show tonight?
Yeah, Cobra Kai.
What?
Hold on. I'll just retweet last week's.
All right, let me get the link for the pre-launch, and I'll put it in the chat for y'all. You could sign up, and then when it goes live, you should be getting a notification. Or I'll send one out. Then I know you'll get it. Unless it goes to junk mail. Anyways, here's the link to Phase 2 of Titan. Phase 1 will be ending. It should be ending any time because I sent the request to shut it down yesterday. So takes a few days, I guess, sometimes. So now going back to Titan 2, here we go. So here's what we have so far. We got perks for a digital copy. Right now it's looking like it's going to be the same as Titan 1, which ended up being, I believe it was 88 pages. That's just for the regular edition. If you wanted to get the deluxe edition, it's like 160 pages. And that has like back material, like how to my process, fan art stuff, maybe another Q&A, different things like that. Hopefully I'll get a forward from somebody in there, and maybe we can get some of the pros to do Titan drawings, and we'll put them in there as well. Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, so there's just a preview of about 5 pages. I'm going to add more right now, but so you can get a digital copy for $10. You can get the regular hardcover for $25. You can get the deluxe edition for $50, and that will be signed. The regular hard edition will not be signed because I'm getting tired of writing my name. So
Your
yeah,
signature's so difficult, Gary.
I know. So you can get just if you already have Titan 1, you can get just Titan 2 for $50, deluxe edition signed. If you want a remark, now this is the one that Mike and I talked about this. Here's what I came up with after us talking. Is there'll be a perk for a remark, which is kind of just like a head sketch. Like I'll sign it, and then there'll be a head sketch inside.
Right.
So it's sort of basic. And that'll be available to everybody. But what I'm going to do is for people who sign up for Titan 2, that link I put in the link or in the chat, I'm going to make this like maybe $60 or something like that, because it's normally $50 for the hardcover. I'll maybe do it 60, and then so you're saving $15, which is a good deal. Or maybe I'll just do 55. We'll make it something special to where you're getting something special for signing up early. So that's what my thoughts are. Then if you didn't get Titan number 1, you could get a combo pack of Titan 1 and 2, and you're saving 10% on that. So that's a pretty good deal, I think. Yeah, that's what I have so far. I also have ideas for color versions, starting to colorize Packens Land. So I do Packens Land number 1. I'm not sure if I want to do that in a whole nother campaign or not. It's still sort of, we're floating on that idea. And I also started coloring Titan number 1, but that could be a long time coming because I actually have to draw and write Titan 2. But like I said, if I didn't say it, I'm about 12 pages into Titan 2. So yeah, that's it. That is it. And it does, Titan, the character Titan does, it flows into the world of Packens Land, which is another comic book series that I did, which I'll throw probably a perk in there for Packens Land as well. I have a 519-page omnibus hardcover of Packens Land. And so these worlds, it's all part of the same universe. So if you wanted to know more about that world, you could get Packens Land as well. It'll be available. And that's pretty much it, unless there's questions from people. 1, 2, 3.
And then, as you all know, wait, did you put the link in there?
I thought I did. I can do it again. This is for the sign up.
Yeah, I don't see the sign up link.
I just put it in again.
Oh, okay, there it is. There it is. It's way up there. All right. And if you guys know, Shadow of the Conqueror and Lone Star down at the bottom in the description. So check those out. I haven't said anything about Shadow of the Conqueror on this entire stream. I've been here for an hour and a half talking about you and your stuff, Gary.
I know. Mike, get your priorities straight.
Right?
What is wrong with you?
I don't know. Shadow of the Conqueror. Shadow of the Conqueror is here. Inside your mind. So yes, Shadow of the Conqueror graphic novel, the adaptation of Shadiversities. novel, or at least the first quarter of it. So you can go ahead and get on over to. Someone said my artwork is. Can't remember what they said. Too clean? I think they said my art was too clean. Which I don't. Someone was criticizing my art. What do you think?
That was me.
Too clean.
If you guys don't want to wait for Titan 2 and you want to get Titan 1, I just put a link in the chat for Titan 1. Still available. It could drop off of Indiegogo at any moment, literally, or it could take some days.
Literally. He's being quite literal.
Indeed. Hey, I also put up the Goth and Ugly sketchbook. That's still available. I think
Reyes. What does that say? Oh, he did a thumbs up. Jimmy, if you're watching, jump in here. Rated G for clean.
Eric says hello. Hello, Eric.
To milk toast, says Flying Saucer. Well, I'll have you know, Flying Saucer, that you spelled milk toast wrong. It's MILQUETOAST. I mean, if you're going to criticize me, I thought I'd criticize you. Well, I like what I like. I'm never really concerned myself with style. Well, okay, that's not true. When I was younger, I really concerned myself with style, and then I don't know, my art just felt schizophrenic, and so I felt like if I just focused on structure and form and doing it right, that my style would be inherent. And I believe I do have a style that people can recognize. So,
well, I always thought that about you, Mike, is that you have no style.
Oh,
but that was mostly the way you dress. Just kidding.
You're the worst friend.
No, Mike is all
terrible. You're a terrible human being, Gary.
He's all style.
What the hell?
You're the best.
Jesus doesn't love you.
You just set him up, Mike. I don't know what to say.
Yeah. So anyway, Shadow of the Conqueror. Am I ever going to stream with Shad? Somebody asked. I believe that will happen. I couldn't tell you right off the bat. Kind of worried about opening this up because it might pop open in the wrong window. So hold on a second. Yep, that would have popped open in the wrong window. Yeah. But yeah, it's doing the email list doing pretty well considering we've only been up for 3 days. We've got a good number of emails already on there. So Mike should have drawn Moon Knight for Marvel. Well, look, there's guys that do clean, good, solid, like John Byrne and like Carlos Pacheco and we were just talking about him last night, and his name is just flown right out of my head. But there's guys that do good, solid, like super heroic or real world ish kind of stuff, and there's guys that do great, dark, moody artwork, and they don't have to be the same. John Byrne might draw a great Moon Knight, but I don't know. It would be, if he did, it would seem more like a superhero thing, right? Whereas if you got someone like Dave Finch or Stephen Platt to do Moon Knight, it's darker, it's grittier. You could tell a different story. So not every artist is ideal for every project. And I'm okay with that. John Malin draws everything great, says John Malin. John, we haven't talked with John in a year.
Is he there? Is John here?
He's in the chat.
Right on.
A Moon Knight comic book as an art house like comic. Well, Mike likes to draw Wonder Woman killing beloved properties like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Jeez. Yeah, see, and I did it without making it all dark and gritty and grim. Some people do dark, gritty, and grim. That's just not my shtick. Not my shtick.
Oh, what's the thing inside?
Oh, I still have coffee left.
Open up a mountain.
Oh, good stuff. Blacklist. Yeah, like Gary, you do moody stuff better than I do. Because you are good with spotting a lot of blacks and doing a lot of textural stuff that it feeds into moody. Maybe you do.
Thank you, Mike.
That's why I think it. Honestly, I think your style on what you're doing on Titan with that more Dark Knight-esque type of thing, man, I think that's right up your alley. Awesome.
Well, thank you. I kind of, I think with comic books, the thing that's really cool is that there's such a variety of different styles. Like there can be the very, very, I don't know if you want to call it simplistic, but it seems it's simplistic when you look at it, like a Bill Waterston, but there's something about it. I think it's very actually complicated, but he nailed that Calvin and Hobbes style so well. It's almost some of the best comic stuff out there. And then you can like go to another extreme, which would be very like realistic, like maybe a Neil Adams kind of a thing or whatever. And then that can be good and in its own way as well. And so there's all kinds of areas. There's even like super simplistic. Like there was those guys that did like those Oh Yeah comics or something, and there would be like or Teeny Titans or something. I don't know. And I'm not saying that I'm into that kind of stuff. I'm just saying there's such a variety of range that you can do to where it seems like a lot of people are very eclectic, at least like comic book readers are very eclectic in their range. Like they can like something that's way over here or way over there, super clean and polished and all that. So it's kind of cool.
I hear you. The audience hears you.
What did I say?
No, I said I hear you.
Oh, I thought you were correcting me.
No.
I'm OP. I do 4 damage.
I hear you, man.
I couldn't hear you. That's weird.
Oh, thank you. That's great.
I'm stuck.
Gary has that cool old style, old school. Gary has that cool old school 70s style. Well, that's Gary's 70s.
Not really. I think I was more 80s, but okay.
It's because Gary's 80.
Because I am 80.
That's right.
I set myself up for that one.
Indeed. 40 likes now. Yay! I thought Mike was doing a new Monster Hunt cover. I wasn't here for that. I am. I'm doing the Monster Hunt cover right now.
I'm so much.
See? Bigfoot Bill, Lone Star, Nexus, other characters. And then Gormando in the background. Gormando, not in the background. Gormando is the background. Where is everyone? You mean everyone that was here earlier? Hey, fuck it off. They couldn't stay forever.
Everyone is scattered throughout the planet.
That is also true.
I do like more damage.
That is also true. It was a response to somebody saying you were working on Lone Star 3 cover last night. Oh, no. I'm already done with the Lone Star 3 covers. Or am I? Because now, after doing this cover, I'm kind of second guessing my Lone Star guy. Why am I second guessing myself on all this stuff? I blame Gary.
I do too.
Always blame Gary. ABG. Oh, you thought it? Nighthawk thought it was cover. My favorite comic style was Buscema drawing and Alcala inking.
Who said that?
Joker. Joker.
It's weird. I didn't appreciate a lot of these guys back when I was collecting, like back in the 80s and stuff. But like my favorites were like John Byrne. He was my first favorite. I loved him, so I still do. That old stuff, it's so good. It still holds up. His stuff now, not so much. But when I go back and look at old X-Men stuff, oh my goodness, it's so good. And I liked George Perez back in the 80s on New Teen Titans, Frank Miller on his run on Daredevil, and also his Batman stuff. Bill Sienkiewicz I really like, but I've been seeing his stuff lately, and I'm talking about like this year lately. I haven't really seen any comic stuff, just some stuff that he posts, and it's just sort of like, is he phoning it in now?
Yeah, you know, the guy to me that sticks out is, of all the old 80s icons, the one who has maintained, if not just flat out gotten way better, Art Adams.
Yeah. There was a time, like Arthur Adams was actually my go-to guy. Like I wanted to draw just like Arthur Adams, and I got flack for that, but I was learning, you know. And I probably get flack for what I do now too, because everything that I do, somebody else has done, and they've done it better. But I can't help it. I just love all those guys. I love Frank Miller. I love John Byrne. I love Arthur Adams, Mike Mignola. I think they're fantastic. And I can't help it.
I like Mignola stuff now way better than I liked it back in the day.
Yeah, I didn't care for it back in the 80s, but like his blacks and stuff now, like the stuff he did, I guess it's with Hellboy, which I've never read, but I love the artwork. I think it's great.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, I think that comic books are that way, is that it's a very kind of a Frankenstein, or at least maybe that's how I've learned. I'm basically a Frankenstein artist. Like I just take things from everywhere, things that inspire me, and hopefully it becomes unique to me, but I don't know that it does. I just like to do what I do. But anyways, Arthur Adams was a big one, and it seemed like he went through a period in the 80s, like he was really good, and then he kind of waned. Maybe it was in 2000s.
It's a style thing, man.
And then he got better now lately. It's just like, man, he's doing these amazing.
The stuff he's doing now is just crazy. And I think it might have something to do with how much he can get. I talked to him at a con once, and he told me what his rates were for commissions and for cover work from Marvel and whatnot. And he can make so much money just doing a commission. His wife gets mad at him for taking cover work. He's like, well, I want to stay relevant, you know? But if you can make it, it's like, you know, I'm always talking about how Travis, the Wildstorm guys were getting like $1,000 a page, right? And so they learned this behavior of I can take a week to do a page. And when you're getting paid as much for commissions as, and you know what, this isn't like, I'm not talking inside baseball. If you want to find out, go commission something from Art Adams. But if you can get paid that much, you can take as long as it needs to be completely happy with the piece that you're doing. You know, you're not up against that's. I always make the comparison to what would Kirby have done if he was making $1,000 a page. If he could have paid his rent off of doing one page a month, what kind of art would he have been producing rather than having to do 4 pages a day to keep the electricity on?
Right. It's true.
So that's why I think art, because I think art was a legend. Art became legend status. That's just, I'm not saying like for real, but that's what they call it in like you get what's called legend rate at DC or Marvel when you're that big of a guy. And I think once you reach that, you can slow down and just start really doing amazing work. Unfortunately, I don't think a lot of people take advantage of that, and they're just like, "Oh, good, I can make more money." So they just squirt stuff out, and they're like, "They'll pay for anything." It's like, yeah.
I think that might be the difference between somebody who's just trying to make money versus somebody who's trying to do something that they love, and to make money at the same time doing it.
I agree.
And I waffle back and forth on that myself, but ultimately I keep coming back to I just love to draw. I just love it.
Would you? So I say I would never retire. The idea of retirement makes me sick. You know, because even if I was a millionaire, I'd still want to be probably drawing. I mean, if I was a billionaire. Millionaires. Sorry, I didn't mean to leave that John Malin quote up for so long. What is wrong with me?
Hey, the truth needs to be told, Mike.
Yeah. Don't you join him, Gary.
Even if that truth is a false truth.
It is a false truth. It is only the truth in John Malin's mind. DJ says, I get that. In fact, if I was a millionaire, I'd just work more on game development. Yeah. If I suddenly won the lottery and I had $500 million in my bank account after taxes, I would be using it to create a comic book universe. I wouldn't. The idea of not doing anything, just I don't understand how people can handle it. How can you be just basically a rich bum and just sit there not doing it? I understand taking vacations and enjoying yourself and that kind of stuff, but boy, how boring.
Yeah. Well, I think it just is the same thing. It's like it's almost like, are we really working? You know, like we're doing something that is so satisfying and so fun that it really isn't like work. I have a blast doing it.
It's still work, Gary.
No, it's not, Mike.
It's just not. It's making your vocation. It's making your avocation your vocation. Right? It's making what you love to do or what you enjoy doing your job, paying your bills. So
Obviously.
Fine, be that way.
You evil people are just getting paid, says James Hayes. All right. Joe K says, if I was a millionaire, I would only accept projects that I enjoy doing. See, that's the difference, is that if I was a millionaire, you know what? I'm going to stop saying a millionaire because I'm in California and it's not like you can stop working if you're a millionaire in California.
Yeah, isn't that like rent for the month?
Say I were a billionaire. Yeah, I would not take jobs. I would make jobs. It takes a lot of brain effort, right, Mike? Except for you, it's kind of easy. Vic says. I don't know what you're referring to.
He's saying that it takes no brains for you because you're smart.
Because my brains are so big?
I had to explain that to you.
I'll explain. I will. I will accept that. Get out of there, Mike. They are going to come for you. We'll worry about that when they come for me. Ooh, boy, doing this giant Gormondo in the background is not sure how I want to render it. Not sure. Because Steve Rude, his rendering of Gormondo is just very flat colors, but that's just kind of how he does things. I'm thinking about doing more of a highly rendered metallic look for Gormondo. Yeah, building those isn't it annoying how you can't just copy paste a campaign?
Yeah. It is annoying.
Right? You have to rebuild every single stupid tier and all that stuff. It's like, dude, can't I just clone this campaigns and then change stuff?
Yeah, they do have like where you can take your perk and maybe
you can copy
perk. That's fun, but still.
I hear you, Gary. I'm with you. And I need Weldon. Where the heck is Weldon? And I need lunch.
Probably at his house.
I should probably order some pizza. Mike, will you do a glow in the dark Lone Star 3 cover or Monster Hunt 2 cover? Glow in the dark? Why would I do that?
Who asked that?
Nighthawk Warrior. Oh man, I'm screwing myself here. Oh, the Metal Prince.
What about him?
Well, you know how I do metal covers?
Yes.
I have to do the 11 by 17s for these big ones.
Oh, and then that's going to be hard to ship.
It was such a pain on the last campaign. I had to ship them separately, so I was costing myself double for shipping.
Yeah.
Especially out of the country.
That puts pain in campaign.
That just put pain in my campaign. You know, sorry. The secret perks are going to be expensive this time. Not the secret perks, the early birds. The early bird on Monster Hunt 3 is going to be expensive because I have to charge double for shipping. And then I have to charge the metal prints are 3 times as much as the normal metal print.
What is your early bird? I do.
The early bird is it's the books and then it's the metal prints at the books are slightly discounted, but the metal prints are, the metal prints are the metal prints. It's the only way you can get them. And then, that's it. Those my early birds.
How many metal prints are in there?
1 for each cover. But for this, because Weldon did a double pager and I'm doing a double pager, and then there's 2 other covers. That's going to be 2 11 by 17s plus 2 comic book size metal prints. Oh my God, it's going to be so expensive just to print.
They have to be 11 by 17 because it's front and back, right?
The same one.
Yeah. I mean, I could just do this, and I can do the comic book size cover. But then everyone's going to go, where's it back? Turn your content current drawing diagonal. Diagonal? What are you talking about, Joe? Oh.
Yeah, you could shrink that down.
Forget that.
Oh no, it's you doubled it up. I see. Excuse me.
Whoa.
Oh man. Oh well.
That's not great.
Vic says he never knows what I'm talking about. EVS will read super chats 4 hours after they're posted and understand exactly what people are talking about. It wasn't a super chat, Vic. You want to post a super chat? I'll see if I can understand what you're saying. All right. Shoot. Oh well. It is what it is. If they don't get ordered, then I don't have to pay it for them. Like I had the early bird and the late riser special in the last one, and I only sold half as many late risers as I did early birds. So I had 100 early bird sets, and then like 50 late riser sets.
So was the late riser the same thing as an early bird?
No, because the early bird was the Lone Star books, and then the late riser was the Monster Hunt books.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Should have called it grave risers.
Grave risers. No. No. Mike is a curious creature. The early bird gets the ringworm. Hey, is it wrong to send 2 8.5 by 11 and expect the person to display it appropriately? 2 8.5 by 11. Expect the person to display it appropriately. Huh? I don't quite understand. 2 8.5 by 11 what? I have to scroll up and see what the heck else you're talking about. No, I didn't forget the order. Oh, I'll figure it out.
And it should be right here.
Which pixel bar? Before.
Yeah, I'll just.
Yeah, this is the only way. I don't put them on my store or anything like that, so it's the only way people can get these metal covers as prints. Okay, that doesn't work. I'm gonna have to create a false bridge here.
How is the
Can you not join it? Can you not open it?
Wow, Gary's chat is taking over Mike's, says Gits. Gits is, or Gary, is your chat taking over my channel? Is that what's happening here? I see what's happening here. The ringworm comment was in reference to some of Gary's ringworm characters in his recent Gothic and Ugly sketchbook. Had to say it. That's disgusting. Ringworm characters?
I did these little one-page stories in the Goth and Ugly sketchbook. I'm going to do another one. People seem to like it, so I'm going to do a volume 2 of Goth and Ugly sketchbook. And in that one, what I'm planning on doing is every picture, I'm going to write the story that goes with it. But anyways, I had like these stories that I did. One of them was the ring. I don't know what was called, Ringworm Boy or something like that. But when I was a kid, like I don't know, maybe I was in 2nd grade or something, 1st or 2nd grade, my sister and I, both of us got ringworm. Oh my goodness.
That's a lovely story.
It's horrible. And we had to put like this medicine on that like would burn your skin. It like chunks of our hair were falling out. It was horrible. But anyways, I made it into like this kind of a comical story. Sort of a pathetic. And so a lot of the stories that are in the Goth and Ugly sketchbook have that kind of quirky, dark humor to them. and they're funny. So if you want to check it out, go ahead. But yeah, so that's the ringworm thing. I did another one, and these were pretty much all of them were based off of either a story that I had heard from a friend of mine. Well, one of them was a friend of mine. The rest of them were like I actually lived it. One of them was we had bugs in our cereal.
You really need to stop. Freaking gross out.
Oh man, you've never lived that, huh, Mike?
I had bugs in my rice once,
Okay, well there you go. Same thing.
but we dumped out all the rice because moths will lay eggs in your rice if the rice is left open.
Yeah. Well, so I mean, did you guys prepare the rice?
No.
Okay.
No, it had moths in it, dude. It's gross.
Yeah. Pretty good.
Of course, I'm like, just dump out the top layer and the rest is fine. My wife's like, no, throw it all away. I'm like, but it's like a 20-pound bag of rice. See, for me, it's just moths, right?
Oh yeah, can't you eat? Isn't it just protein?
Protein, jeez, bonus. For some reason, my wife doesn't want moths in our rice. Whatever.
Oh yeah, Dee Dee Willingham is mentioning the goth, or the boy with the bugs in the cereal. Yeah, it's good times. It's good times.
By 11, I don't know that they do that price or that size, Gary.
Well, what's your half size?
It's comic size, so it's 10 and.
And how much is that?
I think it's this. So the 11 by 17 is 3 times that price.
So it's more like a 7 by 10 ish comic size.
Yeah, like 6 3/4 by 10 1/4, something like that.
Okay. I think I get mine where you get yours, right? I've only.
Are you using Fairy?
Who?
I guess not.
No, say it again. I couldn't hear you.
Fairy?
I don't know. Let me go look. I've only made one.
Three different providers, and yeah, the one I used on the last one, I think it's a little more expensive, but I think I'm gonna stick with them because I think the product's better.
And that was Fairy?
Yeah.
I'll have to look it up. Let me see my orders here. I've only made one metal thing in all of my career.
In all of my years.
And it was the Titan Fire metal trading card. And it was amazing.
Smoke is a rising fire. Smoke on my horizon, baby.
I did it so long I can't find it now. Wait, maybe I used these guys.
Impossible stars. That was a fun book. Has anyone ever had a spider in your hair after you washed your hair the day before? I have spiders in my mailbox, and they're like poisonous brown widows. And I don't know why they like my mailbox, but they keep showing up there. So sometimes we'll have spiders in the car, poisonous brown widow spiders in the car, because like you just opened up the mailbox and then you didn't notice that they crawled into your car with you.
Poisonous spiders?
Brown widows.
Wow.
I'm gonna stick these all over the place.
Have you heard of Ready Comics?
Ready Comics?
Yeah.
No. Maybe. I don't know. Why?
I'm trying to find who I used to make my metal prints.
Oh.
It must have been writing comments. Or maybe that was something else. I don't know.
Oh no.
There's so much drama at my current job, says Jake, thinking of getting into a field with little to no drama. Maybe something in indie comics.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, this is the place to be for drama-free entertainment. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Do. Still looking?
Yeah, that's who I use. I used Ready Comics to do my metal trading cards.
Where are they out of?
Where are they located, did you say?
Yeah, that's...
I don't know. But you're saying Fairy.
Yeah.
Let me look them up.
I believe there exist certain names who will not be mentioned still. Yes, says DJ Peterson. I'm done with. Yeah, I'm not gonna pursue any ridiculous things.
I don't think I'm in the right place. Do you have a link for it, Mike?
I'm working, Gary.
What is it? Just fairy.com?
No, is this something you need right now? I don't even know if they have a website. Oh, I would assume they have a website.
Well, what do? You just like yell across the street or something?
Gosh, dude, I email them.
Oh, it's an email thingy. Gotcha. All right, let's go see if Titan has closed.
Nighthawk says, Mike, how's Maga 7? Did you print them? Yes, they are currently sitting in a warehouse in somewhere around Los Angeles for delivery to me on Monday. Unfortunately, I get these delivered residential, so they actually have to do, what do you call it? Appointment delivery only. So if I had a business address, they would have just dropped them off on Friday. Oh well, it is what it is. Tish, what it is. But yep, they'll be here Monday, so I'm gonna be a little busy. Little bit busy. Fulfillment Tuesday. Joe says, hook me up, Mike. With what, Joe?
With the sweet hookups.
The sweet.
Is Titan 2 launching today, Gary? That is the hope. I'm still building.
Anticipation?
I'm still building the campaign. As you can see on the screen, here is a preview of coming attractions.
Oh, I see. If I open my copy of Maga 7 without seeing a Mark Levin cameo, I'm going to be very disappointed, man. Yep, Mike, young man. Oh. Well, life's full of disappointment.
I got achievement for landing in a plane, but I just crashed it.
It is true.
How do I go to
I hope some of the noobs I picked up from Maga 7 will stick around and get Monster Hunt 2 and Lone Star 3.
You got noobs?
Yeah, I got new backers.
Lucky.
From the old Maga 7 campaign. That's kind of the idea, right? You got to get new people constantly.
Yeah, I got new people from Packin's Land Omnibus campaign to Titan campaign. We did quite well. was very pleased.
Yes. Aren't you glad I forced you into crowdfunding?
Did you?
Yeah.
If you did, yes. I am glad.
No, Gary. I didn't force you into anything. I didn't force you to start doing comic conventions. I didn't force you into nothing. You do all your own choices. Don't blame me for anything.
You helped me quite muchly.
Eh.
Oh yeah, that's the one.
And I do appreciate it.
Oh, stop.
Server.
You know what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to actually like detail the crap out of this thing, which is supposed to be all big and simple and Jack Kirby-esque. I'm going to do like all these crazy details. I'm going to take... Who did that? Was it Jose Ladrón? Did like Galactus, but he added all these crazy details to him?
I don't know who that is. I mean, I know who Galactus is. I don't know who that person is that you mentioned. Was he from the 80s?
He's from another planet. He's from a world far, far away. Mike did force Gary to get abused at a comic convention by Oli. Well, that goes without saying.
You remember that, right? When
What?
Oli cracked my back.
That's not abuse. That is the
You
loving
were laughing. You and
chiropractor. Was I laughing hysterically?
you and your daughter were laughing.
Oh.
Well, I don't know if she was, but you were. You'll do it again.
Do it again. Do it again, Oli. Do it again. Yeah, that was probably me.
How is Oli doing these days?
Yeah.
Always doing well. We should get him in here. Where is he? I'm gonna hit him up on Facebook. See if he's around. You
He had Ray Park on the ground at a con, right?
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yep. Beating up Ray Park. Terrible.
When they get rid of spices.
I don't think I'm gonna get this finished today, Gary. I really don't.
Well, it depends on how much you work on it. If you focus, don't get distracted by giving emails to people.
I think this secondary light is not helping. There we go. When you have the fluorescent light on, it like creates this weird moire. It's an issue. But it's brighter, so. Yeah.
Do you have your table at an incline?
Yep. Why do you ask?
Just wondering.
See? No, it's just magic. Come to me.
Nope. How bad are you?
Gary says get together with Oli again, but he will take his .38 revolver with him. Joe says tentacles.
You're already heading over to you.
Yeah, Oli tricked me.
Bill, come on, guys. Pay attention.
I had a frozen shoulder, and Oli said that it was the worst case that he had ever seen.
Oh, yeah.
And I couldn't move my arm up. It would only go so far. And then Oli said, okay, well, have you ever been, I think it was adjusted or something. I'm like, no. And he said, okay, well, I'll do that. And I'm like, okay. So he kind of cracked my back, and was like it felt like my whole body cracked. And I thought you guys could hear it. It was so loud in my ear.
Oh yeah, we can hear it
You did?
for sure.
Oh, because I asked you afterwards, you said no. Or maybe I was in such pain that I didn't. Well, actually, that part didn't hurt. But then he got a hold of my shoulder, my arm, and he said, "Okay, well, I'll do your arm right now. Just sit there." And he yanked it so hard and it made a crunching sound. And he said he was acting all nice at first. And then not, he was just like, okay, I'm just going to do something on your shoulder. Like it was no big deal. And then after he did it, he said, I had to do it that way because if you would have known what I was going to do to you, you wouldn't let me do it. And he was right. Because then the next day he said that he could, he said, take some, that night he said, take some, pain medicine or whatever. The next day, I guess we were going home from the con and he said, before you go, do you want me to adjust it again? I'm like, no, I don't want you to touch me again. I'm moving to another state.
Although you already lived in another state.
I already did, yeah.
You just don't want him to know what state you live in.
I lived in a state of confusion.
State of confusion. Wow, 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 wow. That's where Gary lives today. Hey, hey.
Are you not going to take so long?
Yeah, and it took like 9 months for my shoulder to finally go back. And Oli said that he didn't know why. Like it's not known, maybe, to the medical world why people get frozen shoulder, but it takes about a year for it to work itself out.
Mm.
And I had it go from one shoulder to the other. Like, isn't this a great stream?
Yeah.
Change the name. Frozen shoulder.
Frozy shouldy. We froze the shoulder. Invite comic book artists. Sell something. No, that's not the right one. You know what? I need to create a stream for tonight. How much time do we have? It's 4:03.
What happens tonight?
The art mentor stream.
Oh.
Are you not coming because you're launching your book?
I don't know. I just
Or
don't.
are you coming because you're launching your book and you can promote your book while we're destroying people's faith in themselves?
That is a good point. I'll criticize people into buying Titan 2.
All right, we got some more stuff here. Joe Marone is a glutton for punishment. Right on.
I have more people watching my YouTube channel now than when I'm on it doing a live stream.
Wait, your YouTube channel is on?
No, I went and looked at the analytics and people are watching my videos, my old ones, I guess. I'm getting more views now, not being live.
Huh.
Just kidding. It's a joke. It's a joke.
How's that a joke, Gary?
Because I'm not getting more people watching live.
Oh. Strange.
I'm not saying it was funny. Just saying it was a joke.
You're accurate.
Or accurate.
No, you're accurate that it's not funny.
Oh, thanks, Mike. Way to bring it home.
Bring it on home, baby.
Whoops, I just like my own tweet. All right. That was a mistake.
What do we got here?
All right, I got to finish this campaign building process.
All right. I need to get something to eat, so I'll probably wrap this up for now.
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up. All right, thanks everybody for being here. Please do sign up for Gary's Titan Mouse. How Titan Mouse?
Titan Mouse 2. Electric Boogaloo.
The mighty have fallen. Titan Mouse. Oh, it's just called Titan Mouse.
Well, I can't keep saying Titan Mouse and Might over and over and over, can I?
Why?
Okay,
Are you done?
maybe I can. That's a lot of words. Titan, mouse of might.
How the mighty have fallen.
How the mighty have fallen. It's like just a lot of words. There's no images at all. Just words.
True. 2-hour live stream. Nice. Also back Titan Phase 2. Yes, and please, you know what? Gosh darn it. I have done very little to actually promote my thing. Shadow of the Conqueror. Share screen. I'll share mine too. Shadow of the Conqueror graphic novel. Link is in the description, ladies and gentlemen. Also, Lone Star 2 with the Kim Jung-gi exclusive cover. I know it just says Mind of the Monster, but I'm also going to be using this email list for Monster Hunt 2. So if you want to get in on that, either way, just do go sign up. What's up with God's Sword? I don't have time to get into it. So maybe we'll talk about it tonight. But anyways, both links in the description. Sign up for both of them. Ex post hasto. I got whatever. Ex pasta sounds good. I'm so hungry right now. All right, everybody. Thank you for being here. Gary, thank you for being here. God bless us.
Mike.
And just remember, words of wisdom.
Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life, son.